Hi, I'm Richard Friesen with another Rich's Reframes. And today I want to talk about something a little bit more serious. And that serious part is the damage or the pain and the suffering caused by climate extremists. I have talked about climate before. In fact, the first one was about religion and the environment. And I show how, like the fundamental evangelical religion that I grew up with, it has the exact same interpretation of a historical process from the Garden of Eden to that we need redemption. I then talked about creativity in the climate. And in creativity in the climate, I talked about how we can resolve what is a complex system that no linear computer or computation can really understand, and how modeling is just the results are the results of what our own biases are, and how our creativity is going to really take care of the major issues and the human interaction with climate change. But today I want to talk about our belief systems and the suffering that they create. We had a dinner party last night, the first post-COVID dinner party. And a woman that I know, my wife and I have met her hiking. We invited her to the party. And we started talking about the normal things. And I asked about children. She has one daughter. And she said her daughter, given climate change, and given the catastrophes we're going to expect and what's going to happen to the earth, that she was not going to have children. Wow. What is in fact a computer model that has been hyped as a religion in the same sense of the end times and the fire and brimstone, creates a woman whose future has been impeded sharply by curtailing the creation of life, being a mother, being in a family, and in the old age, having kids and grandkids who are part of an extended family. This belief is going to leave many people alone in their older age and feel unsatisfied, reduced hope. And that when you look at those young babies and they're the future, I mean, it just creates a whole different mindset of how we work, how we prepare, how we create a future that's going to be better for them. And this has all been ripped away because of climate extremism and the belief that the world is going to end. Now, we can argue about man's impact on the environment, and of course there's an impact, and the best guesses are that it's going to cause some global warming. But it doesn't have to end the world. It's not going to end the world. In fact, if we look at nuclear power, the stage 4, the new technologies with modular reactors that can't melt down, and they can even use spent uranium from the older style reactors. My gosh, we could create energy for the entire world. This could lift poor people out of poverty. And we know that when people are lifted out of poverty, the amount of children what they have goes down. In fact, if we look at the advanced countries in the world, we're looking at below replacement rate. What I want to say and how I want to encourage each and every one of you is that if we draw in that religious fervor that the world is going to end, much like I believed when I was a fundamental evangelical, that the book of Revelation, fire, brimstone, horses, chariots, premillennium, postmillennium, that we would rise up and go to heaven because we were doing the right thing. But the climate extremists have nowhere to go to. There's no heaven. There's just the end of the earth. So why have children? Why look forward to the future? And as Viktor Frankl In Search of Meaning, the book he wrote after being in the German concentration camps. He talked about hope as being the most uplifting, the most energizing, the most rapport building thing that we can have. And if we rip away this hope with a computer model, we are creating suffering for the entire world. And I invite you to step out of that fundamental evangelical religious belief that the world is going to end. Have children, create families, create a future for yourself, and create a positive future for the world. This is Rich Friesen with Rich's Reframes.